What's up guys, my name is Liam and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary. The last one I did was a live one, this one is a not live one. I got this gameplay just a little bit ago. I have been having lots of fun with this game and I decided to make a video about the good and the bad, the good, bad, and the ugly rather of this game. Now, just full disclaimer, I'm going to go over some of the pros and cons of this game so far, but this is just in no way fact. This is all my opinion. So just listen, take it all with a grain of salt, and then decide what you think about the game when you play it when it comes out. Or, from what you've played so far with the beta. So, I like my dessert before my dinner. Let's start with the pros. The game looks great. I'm running it on like medium-ish settings because my computer's a little dated, but it still looks really good. I mean, I love the textures. I love the way they designed kind of the 3D stereoscopic thing going on here. Like, I really just like the way it looks. One more thing, the game sounds great as well. Like, the sound is they really dialed in the sound with this one, because the last couple Call of Duty's footsteps were kind of meh, and sounds weren't really directional, and it was just kind of loud, even with Super Crunch. But with this, if you put it on headphone mode, you can hear where people are. It reminds me of COD 4 Pro Mod, which I love. So, huge sound advantage. Some people may not like that. The non-headphone users probably will hate that, but in this gameplay, it really helped me turn on some people just listening for, the boost, the little psh that you get, and, people wall running and footsteps and stuff like that. The guns, the HUD, all of this stuff looks just great. Like, they really took a lot of time designing this game, and you can tell that they took some pride in the way this game looks, just because this is 2015, you can't have an ugly game. So, I mean, that's really what you can expect from a game of this day and age, but they really did do a good job. Look at that. That was a 5-man Hellstorm missile. What more could you ask for? Beautiful. Anyways, so let's go on to the next thing here. It feels great with one exception. I'll go over that a little bit later. The game feels really good. The gameplay is really solid, and it's a lot of fun, actually, just moving around the map. But there are a couple issues with it that I'll address in the cons list. So let's move on to the next one here. The gun balance is actually really good. I really love the way they balanced, the guns with the abilities, the specialist abilities, and all the perks and stuff like that. It really was really well balanced, especially just for a beta, because I know how hard it is for devs to take a game like this with so many different moving parts and different factors. This game has more to it than a lot of FPS shooters, and especially every Call of Duty to date. It's really hard to balance all that stuff. So I think they did an amazing job just balancing everything out. There are a little bit of balancing issues, but obviously it's a beta. What can you ask for? Some of the guns are a little underpowered, I feel. I don't think there are that many that are, super overpowered, but some guns I feel like could use a little bit of a buff. But overall, really good, solid balance. I don't think they're going to have to do a lot of tweaking on that for the final version. Let's go on to the next thing here. They brought back weapon switching, the YY thing you can do there, and the reload cancel the same way. Both of those, to me, are essential to my gameplay. I cannot focus unless I'm weapon switching every 2 seconds. I got it from playing Scope in COD 4 Pro Mod, and I just have never stopped. It's a habit. You don't see me doing it much in this video. You see me kind of swapping back and forth for no reasons with my weapons. It's just a force of habit, and I need to do it to feel comfortable. I know, it's pathetic, right? That guy got turned on. Oh. Yep, yeah, that pistol is awesome, the MR6, by the way. Let's move on to the next thing. The specialist packages are awesome. I love that you can really get into your character and the character's background and stuff like that. It's so interesting to me and so dynamic for a Call of Duty game. I mean, they really added a lot more to this game as opposed to the other Call of Duties. I didn't really much play Advanced Warfare, so excuse me if I'm excluding that one. I don't know much about that game because I never played it. So, but I really, really like the specialist stuff. Some people complain about it. They think all of them are overpowered. But, by nature, if they're all overpowered, then none of them are overpowered. They're completely balanced. So I think that's kind of a backwards argument. But I love them. I think they're great. They're super fun. Next thing, movement is massive. A+ with movement in this game. I can't say it any different. I love the movement. It blows me away how smooth it is. It's like Titanfall but better, because Titanfall was kind of clunky and awkward. This is so smooth, and they really balanced out the futuristic movement with a Black Ops 2 like feel. Just when you're on the ground it feels like Black Ops 2. When you're in the air, it's its own thing. It feels totally redesigned. But that's my opinion. Again, if you guys don't think it feels like Black Ops 2, or if you do, whatever. But let's move on to the next thing here. I love the maps. I do have a couple complaints about the maps, but we'll go over those in the cons list again. And honestly, the last pro I have, there are a lot of pros of this game, and I'm only listing a handful of them, but the last one that I have is just the hype. I mean, I haven't been this excited for a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 3, probably. I was so hyped for that game because I had just started, my old YouTube channel, and I had just started playing Call of Duty, and I was so ready for that game to come out. And this one was the same. I was sitting there waiting at they announced that they were going to be releasing it at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for PC. I was sitting there from 4 o'clock on my computer all the way to 5 o'clock, just waiting for it to unlock. And as soon as it did, I started downloading that puppy, and I sat there watching that percentage go up until it, was at 100. And then I launched that game as quick as I could. So, maybe a little overhyped. I can see how that, would come to fruition, that idea there that this game is overhyped, but I think it's well worth the hype that the game got. I mean, it's so much fun. So, that's the good. Let's talk a little bit about the bad now. I don't have very many cons. You might be surprised because some people might think this game sucks. After the first day of playing it, they might be like, I'm sick of it. I hate this game. It's so frustrating. I'm not going to play anymore. I'm not going to buy the game. Those people genuinely go into this game with a bad mindset. They come in with a chip on their shoulder and they're thinking, it's the next Call of Duty. It's going to suck. It probably will if you think of it like that. But if you really come into this game expecting to have a good time and not worrying about being the greatest pub stomper in the world, because there are people that came from, having a 4.0 KD in Advanced Warfare and getting gameplays with like 6 kills, 11 deaths in an entire domination match in this game. It's a different game, and if you can't adapt to it, that doesn't mean the game sucks, it means you suck. A little bit of harsh reality for you. Chew on that. Honestly, there are a few complaints I have, though. First, at least the PC version, I don't know about the other versions because I haven't played them, the PC version is laggy. It's really rough. I mean, I've got a decent gaming rig, but I know a lot of people who have way better gaming rigs, and they're still experiencing silly amounts of lag in this game. Now, that being said, my first game was a lot worse than like this game here. I feel like the game smoothed out the more I fine-tuned my settings and really found settings that worked for my computer. It got smoother, but in times of action, either when I'm shooting while aimed down sights or when I'm being shot, times where there's a lot of particle action on the screen, stuff like that, I feel like it just jumps frames. Like, I feel like I'm just dropping frames left and right, and that's really frustrating because sometimes I'll be trying to shoot someone, but I can't, So going for another quadruple, quintuple, only 2, that's okay. So, laggy and rough, that's to be expected from a beta though, I think. I think that can really be expected to go away. I think they're going to optimize it a little bit better because Ghosts had horrible frame rate issues, and it's a lot better than Ghosts was. So, things are looking good PC-wise. Hopefully the PC dev team can really take care of the PC guys and not just neglect us. So, we'll see if that gets rid of that issue. Next one. Hit detection can be a little spotty. And I say this with just the best of intentions because, like I said, I like this game, I like the way it plays, and I recognize that I don't have the best aim in the world, I sometimes have really shitty aim. That's fine. I understand that. I'm a human being. Eat me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the hit detection can be a little bit spotty. Kind of has Black Ops 1 hit detection, where sometimes you're staring right down the red dot sight into someone's mouth and like you're still not hitting them. That might be attributed to the lag and how the game is running rough, like I was saying. It might not. That's one of those things that, again, we'll just have to see. All these cons are really things that we're going to have to wait and see how they work out in the final game, but hit detection is so-so. Most of the time it's really good, but sometimes it pisses me off just a little bit. The mouse movement, though, it's really rough. The mouse movement is very unorganic, I guess is what you could call it. I turned off all the settings, basically, except for sensitivity. So, like mouse filtering, I turned that completely off. Mouse acceleration, turned all that off because I really like my mice to feel organic. Like I'm moving the mouse and that's how much it's turning. I like the 1-to-1 ratio. I don't like to mess with acceleration or anything like that. Even with all the settings turned down and just my sensitivity up a little bit, just raw DPI, just mouse to mouse pad, it still feels really rough and just unnatural. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did. Maybe there's built-in mice acceleration that you can't turn off, but the mouse movement's not great. Hopefully that gets fixed because it does ruin me sometimes. And it might be my mouse. My mouse kind of sucks. Keeps double clicking, which just screws me up. Ugh, Razer. Okay, next thing, there's a teeny bit of imbalance, sorry, but that can be expected from literally any beta, ever. So I'm not going to complain about that much. I'm not going to go into details. It's just a little bit unbalanced. I'm sure they'll work that out. And the last thing I have, The maps are a little bit too split up sometimes. I know we only have a couple maps, so I'm not going to complain for an hour about the maps, because I like them. I like the 3-4 maps, whatever it is that we've been given. I have fun, you know. I really like working the maps, and there's a lot of wall running spots that are really cool and useful, but some of them are a little bit too split up. Not this one, but the other one. I can't remember what it is. The one that's got a courtyard in the middle, and then there's 2 kind of alleyways along the sides. That one, there's like no way to get back to middle rather than that little hallway, and it's just so easy to just tunnel through that and just, like, you come around the corner and you can just get 5 or 6 people just chilling in that little alleyway, and you can just take them all out. So I don't know, I'm hoping for bigger, a little bit more open, spread out maps. You know, I'm sure that's hard to balance, though, with the way the movement is in this game. So, general overview. Those are my pros and cons so far for the game. Things that I've noticed. I haven't played it a ton. Hopefully things will pop out to me more as I go on. I really like it. I love it, in fact. It's really fun. I feel like I can continue to have fun playing this game until the beta's over, and then again, as soon as it's released, I'm going to be on here having a blast, making videos, live streaming. You know, whether it be competitively, whether it be just pub stomping, you know, whether it just be playing public with friends and not even going for good gameplays. I feel like this is a game I can really get into. I feel like this is the game that's going to bring my YouTube channel back. And I don't say that to be cocky, I say that to be confident. And I say that to let you guys know that this game is a lot of fun. If you don't have it yet, grab it, grab a copy, pre-order it, get that beta. I mean, it's so much fun. I love the way the movement works with the gunplay. I love that they brought back the sprint reload, and, you know, you can mantle and shoot at the same time. You know, obviously that's a perk, it's an option, it's not like it's always on there, but I love that. Love everything about it. This game's awesome. If you don't have it, I definitely recommend picking up a copy of it. So, that's my general overview. The game's not perfect, but it's a beta, and for a beta, it's pretty damn good. I mean, there are not a lot of major issues other than the lagginess, which, like I said, you can tune it out a little bit. You can get some settings in there that really work for your computer, and make that lag go away. Not completely, but you can make it bearable and playable for sure. Other than that, I mean, the mouse movement is the only thing. The game is great. It's super well made. It looks good even on medium to low settings. Like, it's just, I love it. That's all I have to say about it. It's a really fun game, and I can't wait to get into this game a little bit more seriously. We only have 4 days, and I work 3 of those 4 days, unfortunately. So, gonna get as many videos as I can up tonight. The next video I'm gonna do is gonna be talking about my favorite guns and why they're my favorite guns. I haven't used a ton of the guns yet, so I'm just gonna pick a couple for you. So I didn't go into any detail with the guns here, but I'll let you guys know in the next couple of videos, you know, what are my favorite guns and what I like to use. Trying to get as many gameplays as I can, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. The pros and cons of Black Ops 3. Take it with a grain of salt, like I said. This guy is just punching the shit out of everyone. Oh, that's awesome. I love this game. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy the next video. Have a good night, day, evening, and if you're across the date line, have a good tomorrow. And I will see you guys in the next video.